Welcome to the United Cast, it's Entertainment Talks podcast for Man United and football. I'm your host Matthew, and today I'm talking about Manchester United's 3-1 win away in the Premier League against Everton. Um, Good win for Ollie, good win for the team. I think the team turned up for him today. I still think there were some average performances out there, but overall I think this win has temporarily saved Ollie his job. I do think he'll get sacked at some point in the long run. Just due to inconsistency really. But we take the 3 points away from Goodison Park. Good result. But yeah, you got to look at the bigger picture. Would Ollie have been sacked if we'd lost the game today? I think so. We go into an international break now, which is convenient timing as well. It's good that we get the win before the international break as well. Gives that little bit of positivity, excuse me, towards the team. But yeah, there was performances out there today that I don't think were particularly sharp. Some defensive errors again. Midfield was actually a bit better today than what it has maybe been in the last couple of weeks. And yeah, just some odd team selections again from Ollie, leaving Van der Beek out. Not completely. I mean, he was on the bench, but then didn't get brought on, so it pretty much was a case of leaving him out completely. I mean, Donny van der Beek must be asking himself, I scored on my debut for Manchester United. He's played really well, got taken off against Istanbul in the 60th minute. Doesn't start today, doesn't come on. Pogba comes on in his place. Pogba, who's been out of form and was again bad in this game. Donny must be asking himself, why have I been brought by Manchester United? It's a weird, frustrating, very frustrating situation, and I understand that it's frustrating for us as fans, but you got to wonder what Donny is actually thinking at this point, in terms of, okay, what does he need to do to get into this team? He's been consistently good every time he's been in it, but you get Fred, McTominay and Fernandes. Now I think that Fernandes is pretty much a guarantee. It's the other two selections that have been chopped and changed, Matic, Fred, McTominay, Pogba, Van der Beek, that's been changed a bit. Mata gets in the team again today. Yeah, Mata gets back in the team again today. But yeah, you just got to wonder about the team selections and things like Ollie not really being on the touchline too much, and is he the right man for the job? I am on the side of Ollie out at the moment. I just think some of his managerial decisions in terms of tactics or lack thereof, and in terms of team selections and his treatment of Donny van der Beek, because it's not up to the board to say, hey, you can't pick Donny. He's not injured, he's not suspended. He's just not picking him, and you kind of have to wonder at the end of the day. Donny was available to us. Van der Sar put in, a good word and everything. He's the director of football over at Ajax, where we got him from. You have to kind of wonder if Ole actually wants him at the team, but then you got to make the argument that, even if you don't necessarily want someone at your club, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because he's a great player, he's still been playing really, really well. So I am very much on the side of Ollie out, which I know is a strange thing to say after he's won the game, but I do just think the players turned up for him today, and you could kind of tell a little bit that was going to happen as well. So let's move on to the goals themselves. Bernard got the first goal. Poor defending from most of the back four. I don't think you could blame Shaw for that one necessarily. It wasn't really on his side. It was more to do with Lindelof, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, just some really poor defending again from the three of them, particularly with that goal. The ball goes through Wan-Bissaka's legs. That's not great. I don't think you can blame De Gea that much for that particular goal. But yeah, just poor defensive positioning, and there was still a few times in this game where Maguire's supposed to be the big, imposing defender at the back, the one who's supposed to be, jumping up in the air for the ball, his aerial ability, but Lindelof's the one that keeps ending up being there, and Maguire doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. And the strange thing that connects to that is Maguire is allowed to turn around to Lindelof and say, let me take that ball or whatever. He's the captain of the team, and he's just not acting like the captain. Which is very, very frustrating. So frustrating first goal to concede, and then of course Fernandes did actually get two goals. In case some of you are wondering, the second goal that was scored, which looked like it was Rashford's goal at first, he did actually miss the ball. Well, he didn't connect with the ball, but the ball still went in. So technically, Bruno Fernandes scored from a cross, which is cool. It went in, whatever, fine. And then, good couple of bits of play there within about 7 minutes, 25 minutes and 32 minutes from Fernandez. Crosses from Luke Shaw and from Fernandez as well. I did think Shaw had quite a good game today, actually. Then Edison Cavani, look, I know that it looked like an easy goal. He could have missed, could have fallen over, could have slipped, something else could have happened. But what was I telling you all since he signed? Edison Cavani is a predator in the box, in the penalty area. If you give him the ball in the box, he will at least put it on target. And what happens in this game? He gets the ball in the box and he puts it in the back of the net. The last time that happened, of course, he was unfortunately offside. But yeah, as soon as we brought Cavani on, I thought, okay, now we need to get him in the box with the ball at his feet. Wasn't really quite happening. There was a chance, I think, where Rashford was breaking down the right-hand side, and I think Rashford took a shot or something like that. He put the ball across the face of the goal, and it just sort of didn't really go where he wanted it to. Cavani was there. Those sort of situations is where we need to get the ball to Cavani, because he'll do the rest, and I thoroughly trust him to do so. And I think he proved himself with that today. Yes, I know it was an easy goal, like I said, but you know, you got to score the easy and the hard goals in order to be a good striker. And well, Cavani did do that today, so I thought that was great. I'd like to see Cavani start, actually. I don't know about his fitness levels. You know, he's not as young as he used to be. He's about 34 or 33 or so. So there is questions about that, of course. But yeah, I did think that Cavani did very well with that today, and it was interesting because we were breaking forward. Everton almost scored, and then we went and scored. And then Fernandez was coming forward with the ball, and then Cavani was just in loads of space. So I was going, pass it to Cavani. And yeah, luckily, you know, Bruno has the football IQ in order to pass it to him there. Again, pretty obvious, easy situations, but still, if Bruno passed to someone else and it didn't go to Cavani, or Cavani misses the chance, I'd be moaning about the fact that happened. So you got to take the easy chances with the hard chances as well, because that's ultimately how you score enough goals to win things. So that was really good. But yeah, I was very, very happy to see Cavani break the duck with his first goal. I think he needs to start. And one reason I think he needs to start, I thought Martial was very poor today. Now, I'm not saying you necessarily have to drop Martial. I'd like to see Martial and Cavani up front, actually, as well. Maybe in a diamond type formation. I know that doesn't quite work sometimes. Maybe in a 4-2-2-2 situation. I'm not 100% sure how that would work. And I don't want Martial to be taken to the left and then Cavani up front, because then that just sort of takes away from Martial's progress. But I thought Martial was particularly poor today. Did a couple of good bits and pieces here and there, but still had an overall very poor game. Missed a couple of good chances as well. And you have to wonder, you know, you look at some of the chances Martial had in this game. I'm not saying Cavani would have scored all of them, but would he have scored some of them? It's a question that I want to kind of put out there. You look at some of the chances there for Martial, and some of them for Rashford as well today, and you have to kind of wonder if Cavani was in that position, would he have scored them? I think he would have at least done a bit better. You know, all you can do at the end of the day, at the end of the day, is hit the target, and Martial and Rashford both sort of failed to do that today, which was unfortunate. But nonetheless, we come away with a 3-1 win, and we go into the international break, which I think is good, because it doesn't really give the players a chance to refresh themselves because they'll be playing, but gives Manchester United a bit of a rest, I suppose. So let's go into the player ratings in a second.
Hey there, I'm Aaron Holman, host of Eye to Eye, a weekly podcast talk show all about passion.
I have this passion and this fire within me that burns brighter than the fire around me.
Flow.
With performing, there's always a story to tell, whether it's my own or not.
And creativity.
I go, he's more than cute, he's creative.
All with an LGBT twist. Make sure to check out Eye to Eye, that's EYE, number 2, letter I. And rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in today.
I'm Christy.
And I'm Jackie.
And we are Killer Fun. We explore the intersection of crime and entertainment every other week.
For as long as people have been communicating, they have been talking about who did what to whom, and is that socially acceptable?
Because the boundaries of society,
crime,
and entertainment have always gone hand in hand.
The more salacious,
or weird,
the better. From books and movies
to television shows and games,
we look at how life and art imitate and inform one another.
And we can't get together and not laugh. So let's face it, there's going to be laughing.
Killer Fun is available anywhere you listen to podcasts, so join us.
If you'd like to get started with a domain name and a website today, just click on the link in the show notes and that will take you over to Koalu to get started. They also have a live support chat system that you can use, which is in the bottom right hand corner. So get started with a new website and domain name today with Koalu. Hey everybody, if you would like to get the ad-free versions of all of our podcasts and support Entertainment Talk along the way, all you need to do is head over to patreon.com/entertainment talk. Sign up either as a creator or as a Patreon. There's no difference there. That's just the option for either becoming a creator now or just staying as a patron for the moment. And then all you need to do is support us at the $1 level tier. That will get you access to all of the ad-free podcasts that we've done in the past, and get you access to all the ad-free podcasts in that month as well. So it's a great way to support us on Entertainment Talk and to get rid of the ads and get your ad-free podcasts. You can also become a patron at the $3 level tier. That gets you access to ad-free podcasts and allows you to redeem a review of a TV show or a film of entirely your choice. That's one per month for either a TV show or a film review, which is at the $3 level tier. As always, thank you very much for listening. Back to the show. Alright, let's get into the player ratings. David De Gea, I'm going to give him an average 6. Didn't have too much to do, didn't have too much to not do, I suppose. I don't blame him for the goal. I thought he had an averagely good game. So I'm going to give him a 6. Wan-Bissaka, I'm going to do the same. I do think he made some chances. I think he was our second best defender today, behind Luke Shaw. Made a couple of good tackles, made a mistake on the goal, of course. The ball went through his legs. You can't be getting away with that. So that was unfortunate, but yeah, I'm going to give him a 6. I do think the Lindelof Maguire improved in the second half. I was going to give them a 4 each, because I thought that they were pretty bad in the first half. I do think that they improved in the second half, but they still looked shaky, so I'm going to give them a 5. That might be a little bit harsh, but that's just how I feel. So yeah, I'm going to give them both a 5. Luke Shaw, I thought was one of our best players today. Got forward really well, got the assist, which is important, shouldn't go unnoticed, did some good defensive work. I'm going to give Luke Shaw an 8. I thought he was really good. McTominay and Fred, I'll do them as a pair, I suppose. I'll give them both an 8. I thought not Maguire. McTominay had a slightly worse game than Fred. Actually I'm going to give Fred a 9. I thought he was really, really good actually. Now that I think about it, just a little bit more. I thought Fred was fantastic today, one of our best players. There's 3 players today that played for us really, really well, and I've already pointed out 2 of them, Fred and Luke Shaw. I'm going to point out the other one in a minute. You'll probably know who it is, but I'll mention him in a second. But yeah, I'll give McTominay a 7 and I'll give Fred an 8. I thought McTominay did a couple of good passes forward today. They both got stuck in, which was good to see as well. They didn't show that sort of nervousness either. But Fred, I just think Fred's in the best form that we've ever had him in, because he's actually been given a chance and game time, which is good. So yeah, I'll give him that. Mata, I'll give him an average 6. I thought he did some good things and some bad things. Lost the ball a few times. Defensively, he was poor, but attacking-wise, he was actually quite good, I thought, today. Got forward pretty well and did some good passages of play. So I'll give him a 6. My man of the match with 2 goals is going to be Bruno Fernandes, the third out of the 3 players that I said were good today. So Fred, Shaw, and Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, I'll give him a 10. Sort of got half an assist and half a goal, which is technically a goal. With the cross to Rashford, it was intended as an assist, but ended up as a goal. So what are you gonna do? But scored a really good goal again today. Just shows that hard work, and I really think we'd suffer so much if we didn't have Bruno. I really wonder if we didn't manage to get him in January, what we would have looked like. Not even from that back end of the season. Last season, but the start of this one as well. If we didn't have Bruno Fernandes, what would the last 11 months, because he's been there about that long, what would the last 11 months have looked like? You take away all Bruno's goals and assists, and who do you put in his place, I suppose? I don't know, but yeah, I thought it was fantastic again today. Rashford, I've got to give him a 5. It pains me to do that, but he lost the ball a few times today. He did some good bits and pieces here and there, but not enough to earn a particularly higher score. I still really like Rashford. I'm not saying he's terrible. I just thought he had a slightly below average game today. Could have just used with just looking up a little bit more today and just kind of getting that extra bit of focus. But I don't think he was like atrocious or anything. So yeah, and then Martial. See, I'm torn on the worst player because I've given... What did I give Maguire and Lindelof? I gave them a 5, I think, yeah. Between Martial and Pogba, I think, were the two other worst players. I'm going to give Pogba a 3 again. I just don't know what Pogba's trying to do on the pitch sometimes. It genuinely does baffle me a little bit. And I know I've kind of skipped over rating Martial before Pogba, but they're kind of both in the same camp for me in this game. I don't know, I'll give Martial a 4, I suppose, and I'm going to give Pogba a 3. I thought he was our worst player today. He just looks very... Pogba I'm talking about. He just looks very clunky on the ball. And it's like, okay, where's this? He had, you know what I said last, I think it was the Istanbul podcast. Sometimes Pogba's a 9 and sometimes he's a 3. You never really get a 6 or a 7 out of 10 from Pogba. It's always either a 9 or a 3. And lately it's been more 3s than 9s, which is very disappointing. And again, you sort of think, you know, if you take the out of form Pogba out of the team completely, like, don't put him on the bench either, and you put Van de Beek in that slot, there you go. You're putting an in-form player in the team instead of an out of form player. It's basic things like that Solskjaer's getting really wrong. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Pogba. Maybe he has got Real Madrid on his mind. I don't know. But I thought he was really, really poor today. It's getting a bit annoying to actually see him get chosen, if you get what I'm saying. Not to the level of like a Lingard, Pereira or Jones. He's not anywhere near that yet. But yeah, he's just, I don't know. He's very clunky. He loses the ball. He holds onto the ball for too long. Makes bad passes. He's just not very sharp. Twenzebi, I've already spoken about Cavani. Very happy with his goal. He was the other substitution. I'd give Cavani a what do you give someone who didn't really do too much but did actually score a goal that you're very happy about? I'll give him a 7 or something, I don't know. But Pogba, I give him a 3. Twanzebe, I'm going to give him a 9 actually. He, so when I was talking about the 3 players earlier, I meant the 3 that were starting, because Twanzebe was really good, Cavani came on and did some stuff, and Pogba was dreadful. Twanzebe coming on at left back, coming on for Luke Shaw. I don't know if Luke Shaw's got a knock, perhaps. You'll probably see Tellez slotted in there. Don't know why Tellez isn't on the bench. Maybe he's got an injury. But yeah, Twanzebe coming on at left back, out of position. That's not his position. He's a centre back. He's also right-footed, I believe. So he's got to play sort of this right-footed left back type of role. Closed down a good amount of crosses. Played really well, and he looks confident. He looks really, really confident, and I want to see him start some more games. So I'm very, very happy with Twanzebe. I'm going to give him a 9 for today. And that is this episode against Everton. There's going to be an international break. I don't actually know who we've got next. I haven't looked it up. I just know that we're on an international break. I think it's West Brom or Fulham or Man City or something. We're probably due to play like a Chelsea or a Liverpool or a City soon, I would imagine. So those games are probably going to be coming up, I would imagine, as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this particular match for Manchester United. Matthew at entertainmenttalk.org, Twitter eTalkUK. There's a contact page and information in your show notes as well. Do you agree with my player ratings and my thoughts on the players and my thoughts on the team? I do think Ollie would have been out of the job today if he had lost. I don't know that that's a fact. That's just my guess and my speculation, which is what I'm here to do. But he will probably keep his job, because you wouldn't really sack a manager after they've just won a game. But we will see how that progresses, because sooner or later Poch is going to get this job. I think we can all sort of see that. So yeah, there we go. You can find everything else that we've got on entertainmenttalk.org, TV, video game, films, and Manchester United podcast, of course. If you like what you heard today and you want to hear more and support more of what we're doing here at Entertainment Talk, that would be brilliant. There's a few different options for you. Patreon, you can have a look at the $1 and $3 level tiers for instant ad-free podcast and review options. Amazon affiliate link, if you're buying stuff on Amazon, Christmas shopping or treating yourself or both, whatever the occasion, we can get a small cut of what you spend, but it won't cost you extra. iTunes feeds, if you search for Entertainment Talk on your favourite podcast platform, get yourself subscribed, rate and review. That would help. If we're not on your favourite podcast platform, please let us know. David is of course running Geektown, geektown.co.uk and Geektown Radio on iTunes and on podcast services, so search for that on your podcast service of choice, or go to geektown.co.uk. Geektown Radio on Tuesdays for your up-to-date, reliable TV and film news. Bex is streaming daily at the moment over on Twitch. If you check her out over there, you can search for Trista Bytes, Trista Bytes. Go and follow her, subscribe to her over there. Check out all that cool fun stuff that she's doing. I'm streaming on Twitch at the moment as well. If you'd like to see what I would do with a Manchester United team through the Pro Evolution Soccer Master League. I'm doing that at the moment, so there's a few episodes available on the YouTube channel, possibly still on the Twitch broadcast, but you can check that out as well. So I'll be going live with that again soon. Don't know when that'll be the next one, but be going live soon, so just keep an eye out on the Twitch and Twitter and stuff and all that. And Let's Play Sundays, you can look out for those on Sundays. Thanks very much for listening, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.